Hello and welcome to another Marty's Matchbox Makeovers unboxing video. Yes, that's right, this is an impromptu unboxing video because I've recently received a huge package from Germany. But before I get into that, I have to draw your attention to this license plate that was sent to me a number of years ago, and there's a gentleman who is curious as to where I got this from, and he goes by the name of Eurian888. So Eurian888, if you're watching, sorry I can't remember your name. I looked at it for the original email and can't find it, unfortunately, so it may have been deleted by accident. Anyway, on the back of this I've noticed there's a number 145, and that is what I do when I receive goods through the mail. I label them and I keep a log. And I have my logbook down here, and it was Joel Baker from Moines, Los Angeles, and he sent me this, and it was a while ago. It was 2019. So there we go. Thank you, Joel, once again for sending me the license plate. It's in my hobby room every day. And thank you, Eurian888, for the question. Anyway, moving on to the unboxing. This is going to be exciting. Have a look at this. It's really heavy. Not rattling, so it's well packaged. And today I came prepared with a brand new Swiss Army knife that my wife Julie bought me back from Switzerland. So it's a genuine Swiss Army knife, and she didn't get it confiscated by customs. Isn't that odd? Because I had one once before, that many years ago, that was confiscated by Customs Australia because it's illegal apparently to bring a pocket knife through customs in Australia. Very, very well packaged. Right, now to begin with, I should put on my glasses to enable me to admire the details of these beautiful Matchbox models. Now look at this. First up, there's a lovely photograph of a train, and it's got a message on the back. Hi Marty. So here we are now. Please see today's email of July 16th for details. Best wishes and regards. And that was sent on 16th the 7th 25. Okay, nice picture. Looks like a vintage train from maybe Second World War era. Anyway, here we go. Oh, it's double packed. Check that out. A lot of time and effort went into this to ensure the safe delivery of these items. Once again, we've got these quavers in here. I'll have those later for supper with a beer or something. Another note. Dear Marty, so the little packet found its way to Australia and to your property. Nice to know that some things still work the way they should in a confused world. You got that right. When I see those minis, I start to think, using your tools, your colours, well, I say with my, I can't read that, looks like winking, my Viking collection perhaps, of model railroads, else the cars are neat to be a little joy, and thank you. You find rarities and have fun. All the best, yours, and he signed it. Martin, same name as me. More packaging. Have a look. I'll tip this out here. It's exciting, isn't it? Do love a good unboxing. Right, this is so well. Oh my goodness me. Look how many vehicles there are here. There is at least 20, maybe 30, I would suggest, at a rough guesstimation. So I'll just get rid of the packaging. Right, okay, what's the temperature today? It's about 10 degrees at the moment, quite chilly. I've got this fantastic heater over here that's keeping me warm, seeing as I'm doing it from my shed today. Reason being, the hobby room is a little bit crowded out at the moment with stuff, and I didn't really have enough room to do it. So I brought it over here to the garage to unbox. Right, let's have a look. What have we got here? First one today is, it looks like a fire engine, and it is. And it's not, no, it's not a fire engine, it's a red tanker. And it's not a Matchbox, it's a Husky. and made in Great Britain. Could do with a makeover. Actually, I've never done a Husky, but this is a good candidate for it and could well be on the cards for a future video. It's got all the bits and pieces and would make for a nice little makeover, I think. I don't know if anyone's doing Huskies at the moment. I know there's a few other people doing Corgis and Dinkies and Matchbox, but I don't know if people are doing over Huskies. It'd be interesting to look them up. So that was the first one. The second one here is a delivery van, Ford Transit Matchbox. Looks quite modern-ish, maybe 80s or 90s perhaps. And oh, it's actually got on the bottom there, it's later than that, 1995. And it's the Ford Transit van, it's Vinnie's. But over here, Vinnie's is a charity shop. But obviously in England, or wherever this was manufactured, Vinnie's is a pizza shop, because there's a picture of a pizza on the side. So I quite like that, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And that's probably a collectible model there, which will go into my collection. There's a bunch of 3 here. 3 at a time here. Right, now this one here I recognise is the girder truck. Yes, girder truck, the number 58 minus its girders and windscreen. Bit shabby, but that's what I deal with. Shabby is good. I think I've done one of these before. I should do a custom maybe and probably 3D print a fake load of crates or something for it to make it a little bit different. Right, now someone's beaten me to this one. Look, they've done a makeover on this. It's the ice cream van, but it doesn't look like the ice cream van because they've put a road line sticker on there that they've made. It actually looks like a kid has drawn it on a piece of paper and they've cut the piece of paper out and glued it on, which is pretty cool. Imagine a kid doing that, can't you? He's left the window open though, so he's obviously fond of the ice creams. Absolutely wrecked it by doing that, but he must have loved it in the day because he'd made something unique. Anyway, I've done 2 of those, I believe. Now, this one here is another Matchbox, not the original 1 to 75. It's called the Stretcher Fetcher, right? So obviously it's an ambulance, and somebody has converted it into a police van, yeah, a Black Mariah, as they used to be called in England, because they were black and they used to turn up and bundle all the crims in the back and cart them off to jail. This one's actually got a patient in the back there, and something that I don't have. So I might research that and see what colour it should be and put it back to its original colour. Now what do we got here? This is an oldie. This looks like, oh, this is a fire engine minus the ladder. Once again, it looks like the same writing on the side as the one with the sticker. I'm fairly sure the person that did this one over, it may even be Martin himself, has done this one over because the font that they've written on the side in paint looks the same. Quite intricate work actually for someone to do when they, probably in the days where they didn't have access to a printer and decal sheets. So 2 there that someone had restored. Or had a go at not restoration, but maybe custom. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Look at this one here, the refrigeration truck. This is the one that Kevin locked me in when I did that. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This one's been rebranded Whitworth's, and just for those keen to know, it is the number 44, and there's a door missing off the back. Is that the same green? Could possibly be the same green, could possibly be the same person. I think Martin is holding back. I think maybe he's a secret customizer, or in his youth maybe. Now we've got a couple of Superfasts here. What do we got? Not my cup of tea. Matchbox Superfast Citroen. I don't know when these come out, but got a bit of play value there with the opening doors. And not a bad looking model. I do like the metallic red, but I believe it to be non-original colour because underneath you can see there's where they've gone with the paintbrush, they've gone over the edge there with the colour underneath there, but good choice for whoever did it. And this one here, a little bit rough around the edges, looks like maybe it had an intake in the bonnet there, and whoever's customised this one have removed that for whatever reason and filled it and then painted the whole thing brown. Once again, it's great to see people. I mean, this would have been done by a kid, you know, back in the 80s or 90s, and it's great to see that this person now, who knows where they are, but at the time they were having great fun as a kid customising their toys. So there we go, number 62, Mercury Cougar. Okay, some more. What do we see? What's the connection here? All the same colours, aren't they? So it probably had, it was off sick from school one day. His mother said, switch the telly off and do something. And he's decided to have a go at getting his paint set out. And his dad bought him these cars. Cost a lot of money in the day, and he's painted them. And this one's got the windscreen removed. That's the E-Type Jaguar. It's a beautiful model. Again, not a bad, he's done well with the lights. Look at the detail he's painted in there. And this one's minus the bonnet. And that one's the one we discussed earlier. Still got the tow hook, by the way, which is good. Yes, I think maybe Martin might have done this. Is there any more of that colour? Now, what the heck are these? These are not my era. These must have come out later. Oh, these aren't Matchbox. This is it's called a Roadmaster Merryweather fire engine. Lone Star scale model, made in England. Nice detail of all the footholds and the lockers down the side. Unfortunately, the ladder's missing. Obviously, it would have had a turntable here and an extendable ladder. It's a shame. If I had a better 3D printer, I would definitely have a go at doing that one up. But I'm saving up for one, so probably when I retire, I might get one. Here's another super fast fire engine. Of course, the fire engine is a good candidate for being super fast, isn't it? Because you want it to get there as soon as possible. Unfortunately, this was the thing with these toys. The ladders were always going missing, and this one also has the ladder missing. But once again, nice detail. I do like the casting of that coiled up hose in there. It's so crisp. And there's one on that side too. So if you pulled up and you're on the wrong side of the road, it doesn't really matter. How ingenious is that? Just like the real thing. I think this was a yellow taxi. What does it say? Matchbox series number 20, I believe. Chevrolet Impala taxi. Haha. How did I know? Because you can see the yellow paint through the black. This was a good model in its day because it's one of those ones that features the driver and the steering wheel inside. Most of them were driving themselves. Way before the Tesla was invented. They never had people sitting in them. But this one did, and I always felt personally that made them more playable and more realistic, because you don't see cars driving down, well, you do now, but you didn't see cars driving down the street unless someone was sitting in the seat. Right, now these are interesting. Do you know why? It's a grit truck, right? And you fill it up with salt or sand as a kid. You drive along and you pull this little tab at the back, and a shutter opens, and you can simulate laying down road base by driving it along, and the salt or the sand or whatever you've got in there sprinkles out the back as you drive it along. It makes a nice little path, right? Now, I actually done a makeover on one of these years ago. It might have been before I started filming, because I looked the other week. In actual fact, someone posted one of these models online as a makeover video, and I saw it and I thought, I'd done one of those. And when I looked for the video, I couldn't find it. So I believe, and I can't actually find the model. So unless I imagined it and I'm going crazy, I must have given it away or lost it. So these are excellent because I'll be able to do these up and recreate the video that I didn't make. So I won't recreate it, I'll recreate it. So they're going to be very welcome. So definitely be doing those over. This here, bulldozer, quite sad looking. Bit of damage. I don't know if these came out with tracks, I think they did, but the tracks are missing. Other than that, not too bad. If I can get some tracks for that, I don't know whether they had a person sitting in them. Some of them did, some of them didn't. Not sure about this one. Have to look it up, but that was definitely made for another interesting video, because I've noticed that people do like construction vehicles and the like. They seem to conjure up people's, spark people's imaginations, and they kind of like construction vehicles. I don't know why, but the videos I put out, anything to do with construction or farming, seem to have more views and a higher interest level. So another good candidate for a makeover. We're getting through them. Oh, this is a shame. It's been painted blue. That's not a shame. It was a nice green colour. Done a good job on painting it, even added the details of the door handles. But it's got the brown seats in the back and no steering wheel. I think there was a person in there and a windscreen is missing. So quite awkward. The number 56 Fiat 1500. Unless I'm mistaken, this was not convertible. Somebody's made it into a convertible. And yeah, I believe I was confused. That is not the one that had the man in it, because the one that had the man in it was a convertible that looked similar. So that had the roof ripped off. As has this one. This looks like a convertible, and it probably had a convertible, probably black plastic cover, I'm guessing, because I'm unfamiliar with the model, but definitely the windscreen's missing. It's got BH on the bottom, so this wasn't Martin Langer's. This was somebody whose initials were BH, and it was show and tell at school, and they had the foresight to write their initials on the bottom in case it went missing, and then they could identify it as theirs. And they could say, Miss, Johnny has stolen my car. And she says, well, maybe it's his car. And you can say, no, it's got my initials on the bottom. Right. So we've all been there. School, that is. Well, I hope so. I'm looking at these big ones here. These are quite exciting. Can't wait to have a look at those. Getting through them. Oh, this one's very, very shabby. Had a lot of play. It's got a bull bar there that's a bit grazed and smashed into things, simulating collisions. Yeah, it's very poor quality. Not a Matchbox. Oh, hang on. It is a Matchbox, but it's got this horrible blue plastic base. You see, I'm so out of touch with how it's changed over the years. They've gone from the 175s that were simple, all metal models, to these combination of decals, plastic bases. That's what confused me. Plastic wheels, and just very lightweight, cheap models. So yeah, that's why it's a Mercedes-Benz 280. 1984 that came out, it says on the base. A bit ratty, but I don't even know what it is. It's got yellow lights on it. Police. In which country do police have yellow lights? I'm not aware of any. This is one of my favourite models, the Combine Harvester. I've done 2 of those, and they turned out really good. Even though I do say so myself. That's one of the things about made this one gave it so much play value. Look how realistic that looks with the blades turning on the front there. It's a great little toy. And there's nothing much that can go wrong with these, other than, in this case, the wheel is broken. But that's an easy fix. And quite a good little modelled candidate for a makeover. Once again. This one here, don't know. Looks a bit sad. Matchbox, is it number 37? The cattle truck. Oh, that's why I didn't recognise it. It's supposed to have a green slatted cage on the back. That's missing, so that would have to be turned into like a flatbed or something if you were to do a custom on that. And it's got 250 written on the top. That could be, maybe somebody paid $250 for that at the market. Not too sure. Okay, we've got a couple of yesteryears here. Wow. Now, look at that. Now, if I like a challenge, that's the sort of thing. But I'm looking at it, and I fear I may have already done this one. I'll check it out. There's so many that look very, very similar. I'll have a look. If I haven't done this one, I'm going to do it. It looks like somebody's actually soldered this joint here, like with Muggy World. because it got broken, but then they gave up on it. What is it? I do need to know. I can't read it. The casting is fairly average on the base. Mercedes, 1926, I think. I'm going to see. If I haven't done one of those, that one is going to be done. Now, here's another nice little yesteryear one. This is rather cool in that, first of all, the colour, I love it. It's the number 8, 1914 Stutz with a Z on the end. I like the colour, I like the klaxons on the side, I like the toolboxes with the footsteps on, and I like the fuel tank that's a bronzy brass colour, copper colour. I haven't seen that one before. I'm going to do some research into that and that. And what's the other one I'm thinking I'm going to be doing? Oh, these, definitely. And maybe that. So there's a bit of work there to keep you going for a while. Now, this here, I haven't seen ever one of these before. Oh, and this looks like it's in good condition. Motorway maintenance. It's a Corgi Mazda B1600 pickup made in Great Britain. It's got a tow hook on it. It's got a basket on rams at the back there for checking overhead signs and lights, I guess. Motorway maintenance. I actually like that, and I'm thinking I need to freshen up my channel, so I might actually see what's needed or what's missing on this one and see if I can get this one looking brand new again. It doesn't look that hard to do, just needs a good stripped down clean and a spruce up, and probably, I'm guessing there would have been a workman or some signs in the back. I'm going to check that out. It certainly lasted well, and the fact that this is still operational is probably quite unusual for the model of this age. Two left. This one or this one? Which one? This one. Okay. It's a floating car. No, it's not. It's a hovercraft. Wow. What an ugly machine in real life and as a model. It's just a big blob of metal with skirt around it. Dinky toy, SRN6 hovercraft. Now, I quite like this. Look how old these have got really old wheels and rubber tyres on them. But look at the screws holding it together. They're single slotted screws, which you don't see these days. And I think the SRN6 hovercraft used to go across the English Channel between South England and northern France. And I believe that is a model of that hovercraft that was a commercial passenger carrying craft, and it was, at the time, it was the fastest method, I believe, of getting from one side of the channel to the other. So there you go, a little bit of history there. Correct me if I'm wrong, I usually am. That's my thoughts on that though. Here there's two. I thought this was one, there's two in here. And it's a tiny little truck that's got something missing off the back, unfortunately. Other than that, it looks in mint condition. It's a Lone Star Tough Tots, it's called. And I can't see where it's made. It's made in... I can't see where it's made. I'm going to take a photograph of that, see if we can blow it up and see where it's made, because it's a curiosity. It's a cute little thing, probably a forerunner of micro machines. And the last one today is this, I guess it's a diesel train engine, diesel engine. Lone Star Locos, made in England. Never heard of them. It's got something missing from the base. Out of curiosity, I'm going to look these up tonight and see what these are about and what's missing, because I'm curious as to what would be on the side of a train, because they're normally pretty smooth. Yeah, so that to me is a bit of a mystery, not too sure what it's supposed to have on the sides. But wow, what a fantastic assortment of old models, all the way from Germany. Once again, a big thank you to Martin Langer from Berlin for taking the time to package these up. Best packaging I've ever seen, by the way. German precision. And I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. And if you have, please like, subscribe, and remember, recommend to your friends. So until next time, this is me, Marty, saying thanks for watching, and goodbye. I nearly forgot. I've got to put the pin in the map. I got sidetracked trying to fix the batteries on my golf buggy. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a second. I'm just going to put a black pin in for Martin Langer from Berlin. And Berlin is right here above this orange one here. I'm going to stick that in right now. And there you go, Martin. That's your pin. So thank you for your contribution to my channel. Always appreciated. Goodbye.